Alright, boys, ready?
Yep, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Prospects eRacing League. We're back at it again for the Academy Series, Round 4, where we find ourselves at Bahrain. I am your commentator, Just Gaming, and I'm here with T-Mouse. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming and watching along for this Academy Series. It's going to be a fantastic race, and definitely some good drivers out on track today.
Honestly, I am so excited for today. I actually have a few people out there that we all know. Of course, one of our own commentators of the Fluff is racing here tonight, so there's gonna be a lot of e-spams in the chat and from most likely us. But we actually have one of the drivers mic'd up. So before we actually get into that, we're actually gonna introduce him. De Silva, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, mate. Welcome to the comms box. Are you excited for today? How are you feeling in the Mercedes tonight?
Yeah, buddy, I'm pretty excited. We're just good practice for Tier 3 drivers, so it's gonna be fun to get out there.
Well, we give you best of luck. We might have to come back to you from time to time to see what you, to see how you're doing out there. But for the time being, T-Mouse, do you have? Actually, let's flash back to last week. Where were we last week, T-Mouse?
Portugal. So yeah, round 3 was at Portugal. Quite a technical track, and definitely one that you saw quite a few drivers do very well at, and you know, it's one of those tracks where you've got to be on your game the entire race, because it's quite easy to lose that back end around a few corners, and definitely,
yeah, honestly, and for me being Portuguese, and also actually the guy we have mic'd up has Portuguese descent as well. So, well, me personally, it has a good place in my heart, Portimao. I don't know about you guys, but we find ourselves. Actually, let's go back now to where we are here today. We only have 10 drivers here, but that just shows that there's like a lot of people doing their own thing, of course, but you know what? It's still a very good turnout. A lot of big names here today, especially with Fluff, Panda Man. Actually, everyone is a big name practically at this point. But let's see.
There's no one here that you want to write off completely. I think they're all going to be gunning for a top spot here.
Oh yeah, hands down. We're actually gonna see the first few drivers coming out. Actually, I'm actually looking at it right now. The person that we got mic'd up, actually, De Silva is heading his way out now. De Silva, what type of times are we expecting here tonight?
I don't know. You know, it's been a while since I raced at Bahrain. Honestly, it's been a very long time. So let's see how this first couple goes. It's one of those rhythm ones, you know. You can get into it, and your tires nice and warm. You start feeling good, but you can also get them too warm and start sliding everywhere.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Good luck to you, my friend. A very hot day here today at Bahrain in the desert. It looks like, actually, am I right about this, T-Mouse? In real life, are they making changes to the Bahrain Grand Prix in the real setting?
I don't know. I'll have to check on that.
Because I know they're doing changes with the Belgian Grand Prix. They're also doing it with what's called, there's the main one with Australia that was actually really sick to me, where it's not like a chicane like on the top middle of the track, like of course it's surrounded, like it goes around a lake, of course, but there's like 2 chicanes, and like I like to call it the Australia's death chicane. We're actually not going to be seeing that anymore. It's just going to be one continuous line, which actually is also going to give us a new DRS zone. So it could be looking at a lot more fast racing, and there's also, well, actually with this season we actually saw changes with Abu Dhabi, where they changed a lot of the chicanes and just had it either as hairpins or long left-handers. So it really does add, like, really does give it a little bit of a boost. Also, another one is actually Barcelona Catalunya, the Spanish Grand Prix, also getting changed on the penultimate corner. But we're actually going to go on board with De Silva. And De Silva, what would you say is the most difficult part of this track?
It's that tight left-hander. I don't know what turn it is, but it's coming up here.
Yep, you're talking about turns 9 and 10, that downhill left-hander. It's a very, very tough spot. Tough spot. Actually, we're gonna have all eyes on you, De Silva. Let's see how you take it. And while you go through it, let me know what goes through your mind when you come down on this downhill left-hander.
Just trying to keep the speed in the tires, not get too like caught up with the turn, and let it kind of flow out. It's hard to see the exit, so you kind of got to trust the tires and the grip of the tires that your car is going to get around.
Well, it looks like you did that to perfection there, so we're going to check to see the rest of it. Looks like you got a yellow flag up ahead of you. But, let's say first is actually... Well, actually, let's talk about your teammate, Pandaman Gaming. Where do you see them finishing in this race, or is it not... cannot be said too early?
Man, Panda's a fast driver, bro. I'm just looking to support him. Pretty sure he's going to have one of the better times here. Oh-ho!
Well, there you go. It looks like you're happy about that time of 129.1 for De Silva. Of course, Voice of Chris got a 129.3, but his was set on the mediums. Could be looking at a huge, huge time if he switches to the softs. But we'll soon find out. And looks like potentially... Oh, wait, I'm looking at the chat. Are we not... Is it not working?
No, well, I was trying to test that thing that I was talking about earlier. I need to fix that.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
But apparently I am quite quiet on stream, so I might need turning up just a little bit.
Alright, well, once you do that, we actually just saw Dumwar actually cross the line, but looks like invalidated their time there. But now Villeneuve taking around turns 15 and 16 in the Alfa Romeo approaches the line to set a time of a 128.8 in that Alfa Romeo. A strong time there from Villeneuve. And looks like the next person to come across is actually going to be Pandaman Gaming on a set of mediums. Let's see how he does as he comes around the dreaded 15 and 16 corners. And he crosses the line, goes second fastest with a 128.9. Well done to Pandaman Gaming. And it looks like we had a spin around up ahead with Villeneuve coming on the exit of turn 3. And I'm actually looking at this now. Paige Baguette, or you guys will know her as RL Baguette. She says, why is it so bright here today at Bahrain? But Dumwar is now out of the qualifying. Spinning around turn 11. Just getting too much of the curb, too much of the throttle too early, and is now out. We'll be starting at the back of the grid, 11th place. Looks like we had a latecomer here today.
Yeah, Cruz come and joined. He's coming, and he's going to be evaluating a few of these guys.
Yeah, just hopefully they know to like when to retire from the race and not have that timer go further ahead, or else we'll be looking at a glitched lobby here tonight. But Paige reaches the line. Goes the slowest out of the valid times with a 129.6. Still looking to put in a good time, and her teammate of Fluff just up ahead, just coming out of the pit lane as well. So everyone is weird. Everyone except for De Silva is opting for a set of mediums. So except for Villeneuve, actually Villeneuve is also on the softs.
Ooh,
I think I should switch.
Oh, Fluff is now crashed out after just coming out of the pit lane.
That will be turn 4, just at the just the tight right hand.
Yeah.
It's so easy to lose your back end there.
Well, he's gonna be starting near the back of the grid with Domwar in 10th place, but we're gonna go on board with Voice of Chris. Let's see if he can actually catch up and see the damage of the car. But Mason comes across the line with the 128.319, takes provisional pole position for the time being. But yep, and there we go. It looks like the marshals are able to get the Fluff's car out of the way just in time, so it doesn't interact with Voice of Chris. But that actually does affect us because we actually do want to see it. But look at that time from Craigie with a 127.7. Extraordinary.
Yeah, still being told I'm quite quiet, so I'm just going to turn my mic up even more. Not quite sure what's going on there.
Alright, just don't do it to where it sounds like your microphone is down your throat. But
oh, I won't, don't worry.
Yeah, save that for something else. But looks like
for you.
How's that? What? Oh.
Just seeing how it is for you guys, make sure I'm not too loud for you guys in the party.
Actually, if you go to your settings on your PlayStation and go to your audible, like your audio settings, you could potentially change the frequency of when, like how loud your microphone is actually going to put the output. So you could test that as well.
Yeah, I've tested there. It was quite loud for me, but maybe I just have my audio up a little bit too loud.
Yep. And it looks like De Silva has crashed out. What happened there, buddy? Turn 8.
Just came around and gave it a little too much throttle and couldn't stop.
And honestly, the thing is with you is that you're actually in a quite a difficult situation, always having someone talking in your ear as you enter the Bahrain Grand Prix. Is this like inflicting with your racing?
No, I don't think it's no. I think it's just nice to actually know what's happening around track. It's a nice feeling, but sometimes I have the stream on, listening to you, while I'm racing. So
yeah,
I'm just getting it live in real time rather than delayed.
Well, there you go. But hopefully, your eardrums doesn't burst from us shouting. Especially if Feldman was here. Always has that that beautiful what's it called? Like that there's like a little bit of aggression, but it's like controlled, like yelling, where it's like perfectly to that right point, to where it just keeps you on your toes, especially in the comms box and also back at home. It's like what's happening? I don't want to miss this. Like, you know what I mean? Does a very good job in the comms box as always, Feldman. But voice of Chris.
The energy he brings is just fantastic.
Honestly, it's extraordinary, right? Because I did commentary with them in, I believe was it Tier 2 or Tier 1? I forget which one it was. No, it was Tier 2 because it was with Patty Pat. But yeah, so Tier 2, at Saudi Arabia, and honestly, he is an extremely like he's a crazy but controlled crazy character in the comms box, and we just love that.
Yeah, he's just a completely different energy compared to some of the commentators you get in other leagues.
Yeah, your boy's built different.
Oh yeah, watching the stream back, that if something exciting's happened, you'll hear it in the audio before you even see it on track.
Yeah. Imagine having that as an alarm clock, though. Just waking up, it's like, oh my god!
I'll tell you what, there'll be worse things to wake up to. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, I would love that. I would actually wake up. Like, I am a deep sleeper, bro. I need someone to just yell in my ear, because, and this is actually a funny story. So my brother was actually locked outside of the house once, and I was sleeping. He bangs on the window. I don't wake up. He cracks the window from breaking. I don't wake up. He gets into the house, smacks me in the face. I still don't wake up. Like, I'm a seriously deep sleeper, bro. Nothing will wake me up.
Since being at university, my sleeping's got so much more light up. I wake up to the slightest thing, and it's such a joke.
You just hear like what's called like your hair that was like randomly in the air and it just falls right on your leg.
Maybe not that light, but I mean, when I was a kid, I slept through a car like crashing into our house. But now I probably would definitely.
Nah,
it was a few years ago. Some guy got drunk and stole a car and literally crashed it like into our front porch.
Yo, I need to get on your levels. I need to get on your levels.
But yeah, no, it was definitely. I sleep a lot lighter than I used to.
Oh wow. Well, let's actually. We're just waffling a little bit, but let's get back to it. Where actually Mello is just finished their outlap, going to be starting a qualifying pace here. Let's see how they do. But Paige Baguette also crossing the line, but unfortunately, invalidating her time through that lap, hoping to improve on that. But we'll have to wait and see how she does, and also how Mellow Space does. We're actually still waiting on Cruise Steamers to make his way out of the pit lane. And I think right as I say that, he's making his way out of the pit lane now. Yep, right as I say that. I'm like a genie over here, bro. Like, I say it, it happens.
Yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of a poll in chat. I'm messing around with this for a bit, so we'll put a we'll call it a poll. It's also a bit of a prediction and a bit of a guessing game for those watching on stream at the moment. We'll see who they think is going to get this pole position. So at the moment, the options are Craigie, Chris, Mason, or somebody else, with 5 minutes to go left in this qualifying session here.
Oh, you know, that's actually a very tough question. That's actually a very tough question.
I think my money personally is on Craigie. He's a strong character and definitely one that'll be able to get a pole position if he can hold the lap together. Obviously, showing it so far at the moment.
Do you know who I think?
Who do you think?
I think Pandaman Gaming potentially, if he actually finally gets a valid lap time, because like he's continuously invalidating his times, but he just like with that invalidated time, he set at 127.5. So if he gets it, if he does that sort of pace valid, okay, probably not with what he was just doing there, but oh, well there you go, wow, Mason 127.5. Well, there goes Mason with that time. Extraordinary for the Williams driver. Has provisional pole as it stands for the time being. We're still waiting on a few drivers, actually cruise steamers, just making their way, finishing their outlap as they come across turn 16 now towards the finishing straight. Is going to be crossing that timing line to start a hot lap. We're going to check back with them how they do in that space. But Craigie retakes it
even faster. That is a man on a mission there. He's gone 2/10 faster than Mason did there, and definitely one that you might be seeing on the top spot.
Actually, it's around 3/10. Yeah, that's 3/10. So that's an extraordinary lap from Craigie. Well done, buddy.
I'll tell you what, we myself and Feldman, when we did comms for a tier last year, we got known as a bit of a history channel, and I thought I'd bring it back for tonight. You know, a little bit of a special. So, speaking of pole positions, here in Sakir in 2008 is where Robert Kubica got his only pole position, and that was with Sauber.
Oh wow! What was the time on that?
I don't have a complete time, but the gap was 0.027 seconds faster than Felipe Massa, and it's actually the smallest margin pole taken in Bahrain until 2017.
Wow, that's extraordinary right there.
Bahrain is known for its close qualifying, just as a general rule of thumb there.
Well, there you go. Like me personally, that's why I kind of like racing games when we're doing commentary for racing games, mainly because we've actually seen margins shorter than that, like even to the 1/1000th of a second change, like gap between like two positions. And it gets very, very close. Like I remember at Saudi Arabia, we saw one of those for Tier 2, and it was just an extraordinary time for us to see, especially Saudi Arabia being one of the let's say the newer tracks added to the game.
Yeah, the guys that race in the leagues just put in so much time week in, week out to get the practice in and try and find the best laps for those qualifying and race sessions. It's not a surprise when it comes down to such close margins, and I think we've seen it before in a couple of the tiers where it's actually been two drivers tied on times, and unfortunately the driver set theirs first is the one that starts in front, but that's how close
hold on! Voice of Chris is gone off the track, hitting too much of the curb into turn 12, and he just spins off. But he does save the cars, so he's still back in it, but those tires are going to be seriously boiling. Those rubbers got to be melting on that Formula 1 car.
Yeah, it does well to keep it out of the wall there and actually maintain all of his front wing by the look of it, but definitely a hurt on the ego there with such little time left in the session.
Yeah, honestly, but I believe that he can definitely pick it back up in the actual Grand Prix. But how much time do we have left? As I'm just looking at a Sector 3 yellow flag.
50 seconds.
50 seconds. So if Cruise Steamers is in here and you have a longer time than what it says, please make your way into pit lane or wherever and just retire. Honestly, I'm a genie with this stuff, mate. I'm a genie.
I had to send him a message.
Oh, okay. I'm a genie with a little bit of help.
every genie needs a little bit of help.
Yeah. Some genies have their what are they called? Like the thing that you rub. Like, actually, that sounds pretty bad. But like, you know what I mean? Like the golden, like, is it a chalice?
It's lanterns, isn't it? I don't know.
Is it a
lantern? What's the word? Hold on, I've got to Google this now.
If you're smart and you're in the
here?
chat, please let us know, because we don't have that type of brain level in the comms box right now. So please.
I put jeans instead of genies. Wrong thing.
Imagine if you spelled it with a J instead of a G. Don't tell me you spelled it with a J instead of a G.
Lamps. Lamps. There we go. That's the word.
Wait,
we're looking
it's
for.
called a lamp?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like an exotic name or something. No, it's just a lamp. Okay.
That's like a golden lamp.
Alright, we're actually gonna go on board with Panaman Gaming. He was currently almost a second faster on exiting out of Sector 2, as he's gonna come across the line and go third fastest with a 127.697.
So Paige is also 8/10 up coming through Sector 2 as well. She's the last driver to come and set a lap here as we come down this back straight. Just the straight line speed on this track is so important.
Well, we'll have to wait and see as she's coming around turns 15 and 16 towards the timing line on the throttle, rear flap wide open, and what was that?
She goes P4, so she
P4.
improves the place.
Okay.
I just saw it on her steering wheel there.
Oh, wait, really? It shows it on the steering. That's sick.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you look,
wow.
it's just next to the gear.
Yeah, I didn't know that. See, you learn stuff every you learn stuff every day. But Craigie gets the pole position. So if you said Craigie, which I think it was only one person,
43%
congratulations.
of people. So I think that was 2 votes, I believe.
Well, there you go. Craigie gets pole position with
Yeah,
Mason
3
close in
people.
second, Pandaman Gaming, Paige Baguette in fourth, then goes Voice of Chris, Cruise Steamers, Villeneuve, De Silva, Mellow Spaced, The Fluff, EE, and Dalmore, all finishing their race time, well, their qualifying times. Cruise Steamers actually did their time on a set of mediums, so we're gonna see how they do. And we're about to start this Grand Prix. Before we actually get into this, we're actually gonna go back to the driver that we have mic'd up. De Silva, how you feeling so far after that crash? You feeling okay? Little concussion?
Yeah, gonna keep it on track now.
Well, let's see if it can carry on through. Like, are you
tell you
confident?
Let's look.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, it's definitely a Grand Prix that you don't want to write off someone from the back of the grid. Notably, obviously, Raikkonen, who was eliminated from Q1 in 2006 here, he then comes back, I think, to either win on a one-stop strategy. And also Perez, only last season, he was last, I can't speak at the moment, he was last finishing lap 1 and then comes home to win the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, when he
So-
was at race what's called
Racing
what was
Point.
the team? Racing Point, thank you. Yeah, I remember that, and it was like a controversial thing with him because it was gonna be like if he would ever be in Formula One after.
Yeah.
That's how he got
And-
his Red Bull seat.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then Lance
Yeah.
Stroll got the Aston Martin seat. Right? Because
Well,
it was
Racing Point,
it was
Racing
Perez
Point
and
became
Lance
Aston
Stroll.
Martin, but yeah.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Obviously, bear in mind that his father, not saying he didn't deserve the seat, but obviously his father did own the team as well.
Yeah, he didn't deserve a seat.
Well, I'm getting into that level of
I'm
politics
joking.
right now.
I'm joking. I mean, they've
I'll
all
tell you
Did
what.
any
done.
of that money come with Checo to Red Bull? Because he was helping fund help with the Racing Point, right?
I don't know, actually.
That's
I
actually
wouldn't be surprised if... I actually don't know.
Wait, with Aston Martin?
When Checo was with Racing Point, he worked with a multi-millionaire from Mexico as like a sponsor and helped him basically get into Formula One and help sponsor the team. So I was wondering if that same money followed him to Red Bull.
I actually don't know.
I believe it was one of his it classes as his personal sponsor, so I guess it would follow him.
It would follow him, but I
but
don't think
it's
that would be a
whether-
reason.
I say it's whether Red Bull
Needed him
accept
to
that
have a
money
sponsor.
or needed it. Yeah. But I think we've got a couple of moments here, so I'm gonna ask you a controversial opinion about the 2022 cars. What do you think of them? And what livery do we like the best?
Okay,
the ones we've seen currently.
so the car itself or the livery? Okay, so the car itself.
We'll go for a bit of both.
The car itself, I actually think. I mean, me personally, I mean, a lot of people would say my opinion doesn't really matter that much because I only recently got into Formula One, but I can say, as someone that's been into Formula One for probably almost less than a year, I think the new car does look a bit like it looks good, but for some reason when they actually had like the Formula One promo car, I'm not too sure, but for.
Yeah,
but
I think it was just the livery on that made it look a bit funny. That's what I thought anyway when I first saw the car.
Like their livery, like the Formula One like community livery. But I'm gonna answer that question, like the other question after. But we have 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are underway for the Bahrain Grand Prix for the Academy tier of Prospect eRacing League.
An amazing start from Craigie with Mason close behind, and it looks like De Silva is trying to get on the inside of is it the inside? No, that's the inside of Fluff. Oh, and Fluff is spun around a little bit, but he keeps it on the gray stuff on the concrete. De Silva's trying to catch up with him. What is the Fluff doing? Trying to get those tires warm. Coming through turn 3. Panaman Gaming just gets past Mason for that second place position. We also have Voice of Chris, Paige Baguette getting themselves a little bit into a battle. Villeneuve and Cruise Steamers trying to catch up as well. With also Domore and Mellow Space. Mellow Space actually going really wide into that corner. Same goes with De Silva, but Dom War is going to go around the outside into turn 9 and 10 and make his way up to 8th place, having Cruise Steamers just ahead. And it's getting very, very close here. Mellow Space is just falling down a little bit, and De Silva is trying to catch up right on the tail end of that Haas car. Let's see how he does. Gets a super wide line with that dirty air, but he's going to be having a faster shotgun exit as he makes his way on the uphill of turn 12. Oh! And Mellow Space locks up to save the car, and De Silva with the extreme reaction timing there pushes his way up to 9th. Good job, De Silva. But it looks like
fantastic response skills from De Silva.
Yeah, honestly.
Managing not to crash into the back of Mellow Space there, and showing just kind of how elite athletes these F1 drivers are.
Honestly, extraordinary scenes. We're going to check back with De Silva to see what he went through there, but as it stands now, Voice of Chris is going to be right on the tail end of Mason, where Mason actually got a wide line coming out of turn 1 and 2 and 3. Now on the uphill, the DRS is not going to be enabled just yet, but Pandaman is going to be looking around the outside of Craigie's coming through turn 4 and turn 5, but he couldn't get it done there, and it looks like both of the Mercedes drivers getting a little bit of a spotlight in this race at the beginning.
Yeah, Craigie got a little bit wobbly out of turn 3 there, which allowed Pandaman Gaming to gain about 2 or 3 tenths on him there, which could be vital coming up to the to lap 3 or 4 here as we hit the DRS zones.
Yep, of course the DRS is not going to be enabled just yet, but you know those drivers are going to be using a lot of ERS to try and manage forward. Cruise Steamers is actually doing pretty well on those mediums, holding back Domore, where Domore, you gotta see that Domore with those softs right behind the mediums is going to be working extra hard. But Pandaman is gone and loses his whole front wing coming out of turn 13. And now he's falling down to 5th, just behind Paige Baguette.
The same as well.
Oh, and Fluff, no! Come on, Fluffy!
Exactly the same thing there. I think he's managed to hold his front wing.
Yeah, he's held it, but those tires are really, really warm, and he needs to cool them off. DRS is now going to be enabled, and with that, Voice of Chris is going to be making a dive on the inside into turn 1, right next to Mason. Voice of Chris gets the position, but is he going to be getting actually, yeah, he's going to be getting DRS as well, where now we could see Paige.
That position after the DRS activation zone, which means he's going to be in a fantastic position. Mason under, almost goes into the back of him there.
And look at that, Paige finds herself in the podium positions. Villeneuve makes their way past Mason as well. Mason just not getting the braking time zones good there, and he's screwing it up a little bit, but he's now looking on the inside of Villeneuve, and now on the outside, now on the inside once again, and it's just he just can't do it. He just can't get past him right now. But now he's on the tail end, right hitting that diffuser a little bit on that Formula 1 car, and for a sec, didn't look like he was opening up his rear wing. Looks like Cruise Steamers right on the tail end, trying to get ahead just in case if Mason spins out or anything like that. But it looks like this is where we see a lot of incidents. Turn 13, as we just see Mason into the wall. Is that going to be a safety car? Because that was a major hit into the wall there from Mason, getting a little bit of oversteer, going on the uphill of turn 12, and just shoots off to the left. I'm looking at that car. It looks like he is still okay, but he's got to be getting a heavy hit into that corner, and there's the VSC.
VSC. I'll tell you what, if I'm on the softs right now, I might be taking an early pit stop to put on some mediums and trying to make them last to the end. I think Mellow Space has gone and done exactly that. He's managed to take full advantage of this VSC and is going in for some fresh rubber.
Safety car now.
Full safety car now.
Well, there you go. But it looks like Mellow Space is going to be changing for a set of mediums. And, of course, with the Academy, we're actually doing a 25% race, so not as long as the other tiers. But, we can definitely see some very good racing. Very unfortunate for Mason. I actually got a very good look on that, so we might have to save that as a potential clip or a highlight. But yeah, you still got to feel for the man. You really got to feel for him.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, especially to lose there. It's so easy when the car I can't speak again. When the car's tyres are so hot, it's so easy to lose traction around that right-hander. You know, the back just steps out, especially if you're running a low downforce, which this track normally requires. And if, you know, the back steps out, you're not going to be able to save it quick enough to avoid the barriers there.
Do you guys see where the safety car is waiting? It's not a particular place.
It's turn 5.
Off turn 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
turn 5, yeah.
Usually it's around turn 3, no? It sits around turn 3 waiting.
Yeah, it's gone a little bit further.
Is it?
Yeah, it's sat at the start of sector 2.
Yep, and Fluff, why are you stopping, buddy? You're not in first, mate.
Potentially Delta.
But this is actually... the Delta, yeah. But this is actually going to help Fluff here tonight, actually. Where he got a little bit of a spin earlier on. And with this safety car, is really going to help him out. But Cruise Steamers not going into the pit lane is a bit of an odd choice here. Like, even though starting on those mediums... But if there's no other safety car, he's going to have to make a pit stop regardless. And he could be potentially seeing him falling down the pecking order after making that pit stop. But he opts to stay out on those set of mediums, where Craigie is going to be coming out as well on a set of mediums. We're actually going to look at this real quick. Yeah, everyone is going to be on a set of mediums, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're on almost everyone started on the soft tyre apart from the crew. And if you're on it, you know, you're not going to lose this advantage of safety car to get essentially
Panda Man is going on the softs. Panda Man is going on the softs.
So I wonder if he did a mandatory lap on those mediums, and he's now going to go softs to the end.
It's going to be a tough order.
Really smart play.
It could be a real smart play, but it could be a tough order for him as well. With it being a 25% raise, the tire wear is going to be practically doubled. Oh, De Silva, what happened, buddy? I just looked at that. You have no front. You have no front wing. You're trying to hide that from us. What happened over there?
I lost it on turn 4, man. I don't know, and then couldn't recover and just slightly touched, and the whole thing fell off. But I think I'm gonna do the Panda game.
Go with the set of softs.
Go with a set of softs.
Oh,
I think it's definitely a strategy here. If you can, you know, get that one mandatory lap under the mediums or the second tyre set, then you can come back out and you're only going to have probably 7 or 8 laps on the softs, and they can definitely hold off for that. And I think Panda could have just pulled off a really, really smart play here.
Do I have to go another lap, or can I pit now?
You can pit now.
You can pit now,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, granted, if you pit now, you'll be right behind Panda, potentially ahead of Fluff. So it's up to you, mate. Wait, we're in the commentaries. Yeah, look at that. Cruise Steamers is making his way into the pit lane now.
Crew's got in for the softs now. He's decided that he's not going to be able to gain enough of an advantage on those mediums to last him to the end. He's got the no helmet glitch, which I think is one of the funniest in this game at the moment. The driver just sat there with their balaclava on.
Hey, I mean, you know why he's doing that, though, right? He's getting that little bit less of weight reduction.
Yeah, just weight reduction. It all, you know, grams matter in F1.
The grams do matter, yeah. which actually, for me personally, I actually don't understand why they like. I kind of understand, but I don't really know the main basis of why they have to weigh the driver. Like, I get if it's like go-karting or anything like that.
There's a minimum weight the driver has to be.
But don't they lose like a bunch of pounds at the end of that race?
Yeah, but they've got to still be a minimum weight. I think they normally get weighed after the race. They're seeing how much they lose after the race, basically.
But do you know? But you know what's one thing I actually do want to see in the future for Formula One? So, Fluff is actually retired off the track. Fluff is just gone, coming on the runoff area of turn 1. So I guess he's just had enough. But
yeah, probably retired in the pits. This car just went straight onto the next runoff zone.
But actually, hold on. I actually got to go back to that the car and livery question that you asked earlier. Me with the car, when they had the little quick preview, like there was like a video about like all the drivers like looking at the car and if they liked it or not. Just the livery that was already on there, like that shiny silver, I just didn't like it that much. Me personally, I didn't really like it that much. But after looking at like the liveries of like the cars that have come out, the car does look very, very nice. And of course, and the thing is, the car is actually a lot smaller as well, so it could potentially be huge for some of these drivers. But of course, looks like Paige Baguette is just wanting to start this race right now. Craigie's just holding them off, and he's gonna put on the hammer now, and it gets a huge lead against Paige, almost around a second now. So Craigie has timed that to perfection. Now we're looking at the back, where we see Cruise Steamers make their way past Mellow Space. Same goes with Panda Man. Is De Silva gonna go for it? Yes, he is! On the inside! It's a 2x2 grid here. Both of the Mercedes on the inside of their battle. And they both come out on top. Panda Man Gaming going ahead of Cruise Steamers, and same with De Silva. And let's see if De Silva can do what Panda Man just did and go past Cruise Steamers. It's gonna be a tough one, but we'll soon find out. But what a lead from Craigie so far. Already a 1.5 second lead compared to Paige.
Yeah, he definitely drops the hammer at the right time there. And even though, you know, those guys are on the mediums, I think the first soft runner being Panda Man, Craigie's going to pull away with this if the others don't shut him down in time.
Oh, but look at this now. Cruise Steamers and De Silva playing it dirty on the track coming into turn 9 and 10. They were about to go side by side, and Cruise Steamers, actually both of them messed up the braking zone, where Cruise Steamers went completely wide, and De Silva just went completely wide as well, but Cruise Steamers made his way through. Oh, and Domore has got both of the Alfa Romeos gone on that turn.
No, Domore is, both Alphas managed to spin out there.
I get that you have to do everything together as teammates, but Crash, I'm not sure about that. But,
I think they've invented a new sport here, synchronized spinning.
Synchronized spinning. Well, you already know that Mazepin would be very good with that. But, Voice of Chris is going to be right on the tail end of Paige, using all of that ERS, trying to catch up. Not going to be enough to make a battle into turn 1.
So he's going to be
very, very close.
I'll tell you what, if he can wait off a couple of laps and hold that half a second kind of distance, he'll be in prime position for the long DRS straight off the home straight, and that'll be prime opportunity for a take there.
Well, let's see.
Keep it clean for another lap.
Because that's the only thing is they gotta capitalize on every single opportunity that it gets handed to them, because you miss all the opportunities that you don't take. And a lot of these drivers are taking all of those opportunities and just taking them by the horns. Especially on this turn 8 where we have the DRS not enabled just yet. Gonna be next lap, but you can already see the gap just using the slipstream from Voice of Chris. It's just shortening down from Paige, as Paige is just trying to run away with it, but it looks like Craigie's gonna be the one running away from this race.
Yeah, I think Craigie's done very well to put himself in a position where he can just run away with this now. But Panda on those softs is just buying his time here. He knows he's still got 5 or 6 laps left in this race. And he can sit there for pretty much as long as he wants, because that soft tire advantage will last for probably another 4 or 5 laps. And
yeah, but the thing is with him,
and almost wait for them to mess up.
But the thing is, with him being behind 2 drivers on mediums, that dirty air is really going to put those softs through a lot of stress. But looks like Voice of Chris is going to go side by side with Paige into turn 1 and 2. They touch, and Paige goes a little bit wide, and she goes off and down to 4th. Oh, what just happened there?
Brakes checks a little bit there. Panda loses a bit of his wing. I'm not sure
what
if
was
that was
Chris doing there?
Something.
He fully brake checks Pandaman Gaming, as now Pandaman and Paige are going to go side by side, with Pandaman having that broken wing is really going to give him a tough order here, but he's still defense, he's still in a podium position, and now he needs to hold off Voice of Chris. What did Voice of Chris do? Did he just slam on the brakes there?
By the look of it, yeah, he just completely slammed on the brakes. I'm not sure if there was an issue there, or if there was, I don't know, if he got an illegal overtake or something like that, but that is something you do not do, and just slam on the brakes like that.
Unless he hit the brakes instead of the clutch if he has pedals, but how could you mess up that bad? And Pandaman Gaming, you gotta feel for them, man. Having such an extraordinary race, now having De Silva right behind and actually blocking his teammate. De Silva, you gotta get past him now.
Flag. Mello Space has spun out as well, coming out of turn 11. Turn 11, turn 12.
Yep, that's turn 12, and now he's approaching turn 13, where he finally rejoins right behind Villeneuve. But De Silva finally getting past Pandaman, where Pandaman's going to be making his way into the pit lane now for a new front wing, and that's going to ruin his race.
Yeah, I think the stewards are going to have something to say about that. That's just happened there. I'm sure they will, Michael Massey and his team of stewards. Actually, it won't be Massey anymore. He's been let go of his race director duties just this afternoon. But
this
yeah,
just this afternoon. I thought he'd been got dropped from that.
No, officially got dropped this afternoon.
Oh wow!
News
I didn't know
that. Just after the Ferrari reveal, I believe.
Wow. I mean, you already knew it was gonna happen. Like from what happened at Abu Dhabi.
It was almost a given.
It was definitely a given. But you already know that meme is gonna be in for the longest time. No, Michael, it's not right. It's not right, Michael. No, it's not fair.
Yeah, I think no, Mikey, this is not right. I've seen it going around the internet since that Abu Dhabi race, and I believe that it's also going to be going around a fair bit this season as well. But
hands down.
Speaking of Mercedes as well, whoever runs their Twitter has me cracking up. They just tweet random things. So they tweeted that interesting meme when Red Bull did their reveal, and they just put interesting in Italian when Ferrari did theirs this afternoon. It's a lot of fun if you go look at it, but it made me crack up a little bit. I think Cruz also got past Baguette while I've been talking.
Yeah, we actually just saw that with Paige and Crew, but Paige now going to be having DRS coming into turn 1, most likely going to wait out until turn 3 and 4. And Voice of Chris is going to be right on the tail end of that as well. And let's see if she can get past Cruise Steamers. And one thing I've actually noticed about Baguette when she races, she actually doesn't use that much of the curb anymore. She decides to avoid them, which does give the name the safe and cleanest driver out there, just not getting any of those red and whites on those pristine rubbers. So she's been doing a very good job keeping those.
Yeah, she's one of those drivers that, you know, I think especially last season, towards the tail end of the season, the consistency paid off for her, and she was getting, I think, back-to-back podiums by the end of it.
Oh, you should have. Well, in the league, RRL, like in that league, because I do commentary in that league as well, and Paige has done an exceptional job. Actually, recently gotten driver of the week in that league as well. So just a quick shout out for Paige, because honestly, with her driving, she is so consistent. She just does not get that many penalties. Like if it's penalties, it's very rare, and it's either someone hitting her during a safety car, and it's just extraordinary to see that type of skill, especially from I'm not saying anything, but extraordinary, but also from a female driver. We don't have that many female drivers in Formula 1, and I think in the real scene, I think that'll be a pretty interesting concept to add in. Like we've seen the electrical Formula 1. And I think with female Formula 1, I think that could be a whole new ball game.
Yeah, what I do like to see as well. Oh, we've got Pandaman Gaming, who has DNF'd coming out of turn 12.
But
it's taken another victim.
but it's not going to be another safety car because we only have around 3 laps left to go. It'll be a late safety car unless Michael's here, but doesn't look like he's going to be here. As you did say, he is now out. But yeah, we actually just saw Voice of Chris and Paige. Paige losing the position to Voice of Chris going into turn 1, and she is starting to lose a bit of time to Chris. Chris is starting to pull away now. And
yeah, one of those mediums are suffering just a little bit with the tyre temperature. Obviously, it's such a warm day here in Bahrain, and those tyres are going to be screaming every single lap you put them through.
Oh, especially those left side tires, because you have turns like turn 1, turn 4, turns 12 and 13, then 15 and 16, where it's just a braking zone. But it does do a lot on the right side as well, especially with turns 9 and 10, and then, well, that's pretty much it. But 9 and 10 is such a crucial point of trying to check the life on those tires.
Yeah, 9, 10 and 11 are all turns where you want your tyres to A, have enough temperature left in them from the long straight, but also not be too overheated that you're going to lose grip if you try and extend through that turn. And that's where tyre pressures in your setup really come into it. And that's something that a lot of drivers, especially in league racing, they don't look at too much, is how hot or cold their tyres are when they come into races like this, and that's what sets apart, I think, the tiers. A lot of it is looking at those tyre temperatures, especially in practice.
Yeah, especially. But actually, we're going to go on board with our mic'd up driver out there, De Silva. How are those softs feeling coming near the ending of this race?
Oh, they're getting a little sketchy, that's for sure. Couple turns there, I felt I was going to lose it, and now I'm hunting down Paige here.
Do you think that you could overtake her in the next coming of laps?
Yeah, I think I've been having the pace. I was stuck in a spot where they had DRS with each other and I couldn't get in the DRS zone, but I was making time on the turns and losing time on the DRS. So now I'm in. Let's make a difference here. Hopefully I can get both of them in this last lap.
Alright, we'll have to wait and see, because if you do, you will be getting a podium finish. But good luck to you out there, my friend. As we're actually entering now turns 12 and 13, where De Silva actually takes a super wide line there, getting a lot of dirty air right behind Paige's Aston Martin, trying to keep that pace, and it's just struggling a little bit with the tires. But let's see how he does, as he's going to be having DRS.
Cruise spun.
Oh, cruise steamers! Well, it looks like De Silva only needs to overtake one person now to get into the podium positions. Paige lost out on DRS, and there goes De Silva taking candy from a baby with that overtake. But now let's see, is Paige going to try and make an overtake, looking on the inside for a sec there, but couldn't get it past, and Cruise Steamers retires in the pit lane. Now, De Silva will not be having DRS. It's going to be Paige's time to attack back. This is the final lap. Let's see if she can get it done. But it looks like those
a little
softs...
bit too far back.
Oh, and a little bit of a slide there from De Silva. Little Tokyo drifted. I guess that's the T and T De Silva, Tokyo. Oh, and Paige! Wow, that's actually the first time I've ever seen Paige get a corner cutting warning, like ever.
I'll say it's very rare, and unfortunately, I think it didn't actually look like she was massively off the track. But unfortunately, we'll take the game's word for it. But yeah, that looks like a rather unfortunate penalty. She's going to get the DRS, but so does De Silva here on Voice of Chris. So De Silva could potentially be on 4P2 here. Craigie's going to easily win it, though. Still 9 seconds out in front.
And we're actually going to go on board with Craigie, as he's only having 2 turns left on those set of mediums. Going to turns 15 and 16 come across the line. He's done everything he needed to do here today in the Academy, getting a huge boost as he takes the win, going side to side in celebratory fashion. Well done, Craigie. But now Voice of Chris with De Silva close behind, and it looks like nothing's going to change between those 3 drivers. Voice of Chris takes second, De Silva takes third, and Paige finds herself in 4th place. With Dalmore crossing the line now with Villeneuve close behind. Villeneuve could be stealing that position of 5th place from Dalmore, which he does actually, and goes up to 5th place. Dalmore in 6th, and Mello spaced. He's going to be the final driver to come across the line. Well done to all of the drivers that have finished. Craigie is your winner here today, a Red Bull podium with De Silva in 3rd, and oh crap, what was the Ferrari's name again?
Voice of Chris.
Voice of Chris.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I honestly
debate.
got so, bro. I had a massive brain fart.
Yeah, fantastic podium there, especially for Craigie. That is a fantastic win for him. He just dominated from start to finish, and you cannot say a bad word about his race there.
Extraordinary scenes that we have just seen for Prospects eRacing League. Craigie takes the top pedestal with Voice of Chris in second, and then De Silva in third. Actually, as we do have De Silva mic'd, how does it feel, buddy? You got a podium.
My first podium of the year. I'm happy. It was good. That was a really fun race.
Well, there we go. Congratulations again. But we're gonna go through the rundown. Craigie did everything he needed. Started in first and finished in the same position, leading practically for the whole entire race until needed to make that pit stop. Gets the win here today. Voice of Chris in second. De Silva in third. That's the podiums right there. Paige Baguette comes in fourth. Villeneuve in fifth. Dunmore in sixth. And Mello spaced in seventh. Cruise Steamers did complete over 90% of the race, so he still gets points and with the fastest lap. Well done to Cruise Steamers. But Panaman Gaming in 9th, Fluff in 10th, and Mason in 11th, all crashing out on the track. Very unfortunate to see, but that is going to be it. I've been Justin.
I've been Mouthy.
Come on, De Silva, you're still in there.
Yeah, sorry. What were you saying?
We were starting off.
Yeah, we're signing off.
Oh, take care. See you later, guys.
Lots of love, guys. Stay safe.